Hello, welcome to turn 1 in More Wizards Did It. In the beginning there was Chaos, and now the wheel has turned once again. I'm playing as badly written alternate histories, the goddess of Ubar. This is a weird game though, because it's running MagicGen. MagicGen is a game that replaces every single spell in the game with a randomly generated spell. So this spellbook is going to look totally different than anything you've ever seen before. And that's pretty much the gimmick of this game. I'm going to have to make videos. I will actually do it this time. I said this in the Battle Data series. I was going to make videos on all the mod nations in that game. I never did because it was just boring. I will do it this time though. I'll go through like all the fire spells in the game and put up a video, and then all the air spells and so on. Which will be boring, but you can look through it if you want. And if you don't want to, there'll be separate videos so you can skip them. But it does change things up slightly. Other than that, this is a JBBM game, and I'm playing as Ubar. Things are pretty standard besides that. For turn 1, I'm actually really not very good at expanding as Ubar. So I'm going to be leaning on one of the spells in the spellbook actually. Conjuration 1 will give us Summon Phantasmal Knight. What I found in testing is that if you got a couple of air mages just spamming this is only 15 fatigue cost. Summons a Phantasmal Knight, which has 1 hit point, but it's ethereal. You got a couple of guys spamming those, plus a bunch of Camel Riders. They tend to expand pretty well. The Phantasmal Knights make decent blockers, and you actually get to build up a few of them because the Camel Riders come with a little, what is it, Bird of Prey? Falcon, which delays the enemy for a couple of turns as well. So I'll try recruiting these guys. I'll try and get like 7 a turn. They've got a combo. They also hit quite hard with the scimitar as well when they run out of ammo. And I'll try and expand. I'm going to try and get like 21 camels plus 2 or 3 air mages every 3 turns, and that'll just be a new army. And we'll see how that goes. Mage, I'm just getting a Kahin. These are very, very basic mages. But I noticed there's a pretty decent mercenary company, Dante's Stingers, so I've saved 176 gold to bid on these guys. That's everything I've got. So we'll give it a shot. I'm not sure how lucky we'll be. I think people might put a big bid on that. But it'd be really nice to have a mercenary company on turn 2. Camels we recruit will go into our starting army. These guys can go... they shouldn't have too much trouble expanding. They probably won't get very far though. The map is a cartographic revision map. Pretty big. Notable thing is there's actually a water nation in this game. We usually ban water nations. And we have spawned right next to the lake as well. And the throne is right here. So at some point Atlantis, I think this is going to move a big stack over here to take this throne. We're going to have to make sure we've got temples and stuff to push the Dominion back in and things like that. And hopefully we don't get raided. I haven't played a game with a water nation in it, I don't think ever in Dominion was 5. I don't even know how you'd get underwater now and stuff like that because all the spells are different. So we'll see how that works out. Other than that, we can see we've got a bunch of planes we could probably expand into. The desert will be easy if these all look hard. We've got another province here that's unfortunately we'll never be able to get across. I think what I'd like to do ideally, it depends how things shake out, but I think my starting army is just going to try and get Sinaf, Anvast, and then Tech Regis. Try and get these things, and then put a fort up in Anvast. This is a nice little choke, I suppose. And then the rest of my expansion will just be done with the new armies. That'll be the ideal, but we'll see what happens. Scout. Where do we want to send the scout? This way. That's fine, I think. Can you get through there? That's going to stay open, isn't it? Actually, yeah, let's head this way and see if we can do anything in this region. At least there's a farmland here, if we can get around the river. This is mostly just forest. There's Pangais in this game. Are they going to spawn in the middle of a forest? I don't know. Don't really want to have Pangai on my border. There's quite a lot of powerful nations in this game, but again, it's weird because there's who knows what powers lie in this strange spellbook. That's pretty much it for this turn. Anything left to do is declare a prophet. So we are badly written alternate histories. What was I going to do? It's like Arabian steampunk werewolf Hogwarts. Oh, it doesn't quite fit. Steampunk's funnier, I think. Hogwarts is the Harry Potter thing, right? Yeah. So Arabian steampunk Hogwarts. Me, the prophet of badly written alternate histories. I think that's everything, right? Done mercenaries, done recruitment, sent out the scout, declared a prophet, looked at the map, and we'll check out prophet names and epithets and things next turn. Actually, you know what? Vampire has one less letter, doesn't it? Alright, there's the prophet name. Arabian Steampoint Vampire Hogwarts. Yeah. And that's turn 1. So thanks for watching. And I'll see you on turn 2 in just a moment. Hello, welcome back. Proclamations. Let's see. Archocephaly. FDA approved colloidal homeopathy. Is the prophet of libertarian FDA administration. The old one. Pretty good. Muffled sounds of guerrilla violence is the prophet of mostly a Mars retrograde thing. I have no idea. This might be names generated by the bot, to be honest. King of Flames. Narrow face. Yeah, cause you're dumb as shit. Prophet of choice cut of NB booty. These are both definitely generated by the bot. No one can magic duel an idiot. The noble is the prophet of look JB, I'm casting Swarm, Mistress of Empress of Medicine, the awesome. That's pretty good. Yes, yes, the prophet of real sicko hours. The wild bull who has lain down. I don't think I've ever seen that epithet. That's pretty cool. Emperor of the planet of cheese is the prophet of bad sci-fi fantasy series. Prince of Bricks, he who confuses the way. Niflheim, motherfucking Christmas shoes. Prophet of world's shittiest Xmas playlist. Protector of Holy Mountain. Got Theodore? Come on, what is that? Unnamed prophet, really? Prophet of I'll show you my wizardly ways, the everlasting father. Nice. We have R. The Avai commander is the prophet of R. Pretty good. What is wrong with that epithet? There's like a space on the end of it. Lord of blood and perfume something. What do you call Enkidu on Sunday? The prophet of do she slay? She do. Lord of insanity, the fortifier, Lord of dreams. There's me. Atlantis, I wanted him. The prophet of they wanted me. Alright. The remote and inaccessible god, that's pretty good for an underwater nation. And then an unexpected event occurred in Ubar. A handful of gems has been found. 1 gem, actually. That's about as shit as a good event could be, I guess. 1 gem, cool. And then we managed to hire Dante's Stingers, which is quite nice. That's cool. Dante's Stingers, bunch of spearmen. Pretty standard stuff. Spear and a shield. What more could you ask for? I'm pretty glad that we managed to recruit them because our starting expansion options are pretty bad. This is kind of a rough start. Half of our provinces are shit to begin with anyway. We don't particularly want to prioritize a wasteland or a swamp, and we've got 2 of each nearby. This whole direction is just not. This is like where we want to be moving last. So that leaves these 3. We have a huge number of barbs. We have a huge number of wolf tribe. Or we have crystal amazons. Well, amazons, not crystal amazons. Or I don't know. I have no idea. Some kind of amazons and Pegasus riders. I think this is crystals, isn't it? But that's what I'm going to attack, and I'm going to just throw everything into it. I don't really want to split things up. If the mercs were a bit stronger, I could have maybe taken this with just the mercs. And I was thinking of sending the prophet into the swamp to banish the ghouls. That'd be nice, quite easy. And then we could move up afterwards with stuff from the cap as well. But I don't know, I think it's safer to just send everything into the Amazons. So it's just set up like this. Amazons are on a... Spearmen are in a line walking forwards. Javelin guys are just behind them. And then all my archers are just in a squad at the back on fire. My prophet can just bless and do smites, and that's about it. It should be fine. Just hopefully we don't attrition too much. And then hopefully these two provinces are a bit easier, so we can push on in at least one direction. Recruitment this turn, I'm not going to get a mage, I'm just going to get 6 camels, so that I have 159 gold to try and bid on the next group of mercenaries, because I think we might need them. I'm not sure if we'll get these, this is basically a min bid. But we'll give it a shot. Black Fists are, what is it, 20 macemen or something? 20, yeah. It's not great, but we can do something with them. It'll help. Yeah. Research-wise, first target is still going to get Phantasmal Knight first. I'm then going to go into Enchantment 2 briefly. Enchantment 2 will give us the first AoE version of Flaming Arrows, so there we go. This is a range 10, cast time 100%, area of effect 8 Flaming Arrows that is only 50 fatigue and doesn't need a gem. Other than that, it's the same Flaming Arrows you know and love, just much easier to cast. That only requires an F1 mage, so all of our mages will be able to do that. So we can Flaming Arrows all of our... we have a national version of this as well. Area of effect 1. Lingering 4, this is a cloud that gives you Flaming Arrows. That doesn't seem very useful on ranged units though, because they're not going to be moving. That's a bit weird. Yeah, but we'll definitely try and we'll get to Enchantment 2 first, just for this one. This will be good. So those are the first research targets. But yeah, at the moment we're just doing 9 research per turn. Not amazing. Scout's going to push on up in this direction. I would still like to see what's over here, see if we can get this farmland maybe. The only other farmland is this one, which is, yeah. Hopefully this territory is like high value. We can see this one is 63 and this one's 67, so that's not bad. A pretty nice start. The swamp is 3, so we'll come back for that later. But that's it for the turn. So that was turn 2, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. We've got some research done, hooray. Conjuration 1 has been achieved. We can now do Phantasmal Knights. Need an Mage now. Targets at the moment, I might change these around. I haven't looked through all the spells yet. I just did the fire spells video, so that's where I'm up to. But Enchantment 2 gives us big Flaming Arrows. Evocation 2 gives us some Fireflies. And then Alteration 3 gives us Warp Armor. And I noticed it also gives Vapor Warriors as well, which is AoE 3 Mist Form. So they all look pretty good for now. We'll change things around if we see anything more interesting. Battling, what is this? Synafi? We had our mercenaries going into the Orcs. Turn 1, the birds fly in, which is cool. These birds actually kill some of the archers, which is pretty funny. They do have 2 attacks, I suppose. Do quite a lot of damage with the arrows. And then once the melee guys get in range, pretty much it. So not too bad. We lost 4 spears. That went fine other than that. This is pretty funny. One of Dante's units died and 22 were wounded during the long march through the scorching deserts. Yeah. So our cap has a site in it that's the 3 deserts. Scorching Desert, 2 AN fire damage. So I guess that hurt the mercenaries because we recruited them into Ubar, which is pretty funny. An unexpected event in Ubar. A spring fairy has been sighted, spreading joy and laughter. Growth +3, luck +2. That's nice. Yeah. We don't have any growth in our cap until our sites pop up, so that's pretty nice. That's it for messages. So this is a very short turn. Turn 3 usually is. Scout here has found some heavy infantries and slingers. In Anvas we can see militias, heavy infantries and archers. But these don't look too bad. Scout's going to keep pushing up in this direction. And I think I will keep these guys together. I think that's fine for now. The starting army attrition's quite badly sometimes. So just having the blockers in the front is pretty nice, I think. Why not? Put them a bit further forwards. They are a bit slow because they're online. Maybe the line's wrong, I don't know. We'll attack into Anvast next. Sinafi is a 54 income province. Let's just recruit Crystal Priestesses who can have some magic. And Crystal Sorks, who always have Astral and Air, and sometimes Astral too. So that's really nice. We'll want to get a lab and a temple up here as soon as we can. Start recruiting those guys. Gives us a bit more Astral and Air access. And we'll attack into Anvast. Hopefully we take this with no problems. And it would be nice to get a fort up in this area someday. Just to block off this area. And if there's anyone expanding in this direction, once we've taken like these two provinces, then that locks in pretty much all of this for us, doesn't it? So if we can strike out through these provinces quickly, that would be quite nice. It would lock this in for us. Which is another reason why I want to keep this army strong for as long as possible. Back in my cap, I'm recruiting 7 camels like usual. I'm going to get a bigger mage out as well. He can do 15 research for us a turn. He's guaranteed to have Fire 2 and Air 2. We might have a bit more of those, maybe some Earth. He'll be able to do all of the spells we're getting early as well. So he's pretty cool. Lots of buffs. That's what you expect from a DLC nation. We'll get one of those out. And currently just 6 camels in the garrison. We'll send them out someday. I'd like to have, I think I said in the last couple of turns, I'd like to have about 21 of them. And then 2 or 3 Air Mages, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I think that's it for this turn. So I'll leave it there. That was turn 3, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next turn.